My name is Isai, or Isai in English, and I go by Chicano God, and I play bass for Kuko and a band called Seshro. What's up?
Awesome. All right then. So, in your opinion, how do you think music has the ability to bring people together as a community?
Yeah. One beautiful thing that my music director in high school told me, it's like music is the most diverse language in the world. You know, right now if I was some violin player, I could go to Japan right now. Obviously, I don't speak any lick of Japanese or anything or any language, but we all have the same sheet music, and I can tune into a whole orchestra and just fit right in. We're all playing the exact same movement, the exact same piece, you know what I mean? And I can't even talk to the guy next to me because I don't know how to speak his language, you know what I mean? So I think as far as even thinking of above the community, just worldwide in general, man, it brings everyone together.
Universal.
Exactly. Universal language.
That's the language. So, how do you think music has shaped you as a person?
Wow. That's a deep one. Definitely, I know you hear a lot like music changed my life, but just because of the background I had, music was the escape, man. Music was the one thing that kept me away from all the, gangbanging homies and, all kinds of shit like that. But, for the most part, I didn't even do drugs. I was just doing music all the time. I was jamming. The weed came later, but yeah, for the most part, man, music really has kept me grounded throughout the years, and music was the one thing that was a foundation in my life when everything else was uncertain, you know what I mean? And it was just like that anchor I needed.
And how do you think music has changed your perspective in just viewing the world as it is?
Well, definitely with the opportunities, like with the whole Kuko stuff, and us touring, and the fact that we were still independent, we didn't have a label backing us, and we already toured, the world basically, you know what I mean? We hit international as an independent band, which is very, very like that's unheard of, you know what I mean? Like, it's getting more common, but it's very difficult to do, you know what I mean? And so it's definitely it's showing me that like how much I've really loved music. And I thought that I had a limit for it before, but now it's just like, wow, this is a beautiful thing, man, And now I'm getting my life, my job is doing what I love to do, So, yeah.
What changes would you like to see in the music community as a whole?
As a whole, like even like just the mainstream, I just want to see more individuality. I'm really tired of, even let's just say Kuko copycats, and I'm not gonna drop names, but it's obvious that, they didn't come out with that music till after Kuko did and made it, bigger. And, I'm just tired of seeing people like wanting to cling to a thing. You know what I mean? Like, one thing I was telling Fern actually not too long ago was like, the reason you hear the, legendary bands like The Doors and Led Zeppelin, Queen, Black Sabbath is because no one else sounded like them when they came out. You know what I mean? Like, now there's a whole bunch of, oh, this band sounds like Led Zeppelin, like this band sounds like, I'm not gonna say what band, but, and it's like, I just want to see more individuality, man. That would be the best. Now there's a lot more musicality though, which is good. Now I'm seeing award shows with, it's a band again, and not just like,
So basically you want more artists to have more confidence in doing what they feel is makes them unique, rather than trying
to please the masses right away.
Or follow a formula kind of thing.
Exactly. That's just be more of an interesting in your own talent, basically.
Yeah. So in the moment of performing, what goes in your head, in the moment?
In the moment, it's a surreal thing, you know what I mean? Like, especially recently because, us as individual band members, you know what I mean? Like, when we first started, it was all like, we'd walk in, they're like, who are these guys? Oh, Kuko, like, you know what I mean? And now that us as individual artists even, you know what I mean? Like, we have more of that recognition, the band alone walks on stage and people are already like, going wild. So it's like, it's a boost of adrenaline, you know what I mean? That's really awesome, you know what I mean? It's like the greatest drug you could ever take, But while I'm actually performing, it's like a surreal thing, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on through my head. Sometimes I think about my life too. Like literally those moments of just like, dude, I'm, you know, like, I don't know, I'm in Bangkok right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm in Jakarta, you know, in Asia, and like how in the world, you know what I mean? Like did this broke boy from Hawthorne, you know, make it to this exact moment, you know? So things like that go through my head a lot, actually. One of my goals in life was to travel in general, you know what I mean? Like I really wanted to just be able to explore the world, you know what I mean? And because of music I have that opportunity now, you know, but I think there's still a lot to conquer in these places we've barely, you know, dipped our toe in the water, and there's a whole ocean to explore still, you know what I mean? So as far as international goes, there's so many different spaces. Like we're going to South America next year, which is beautiful. I'm like so excited about that. We're supposed to have been there already this year, but because of the whole accident thing, you know what I mean? Everything got canceled. But, you know, there's so many places that I'm still gotta plant my little Chicano God flag in, and I've been here. I think representation is huge right now, especially with everything that's going on in office, and, you know, we got a little orange man, you know, with an anger problem running the country, and, you know, our people were targeted a lot. You know, throughout even the campaign, you know what I mean? Our people were targeted, and, you know, we're all murderers and rapists and drug lords coming across the border, you know, when there's innocent families crossing, and, you know, so right now with such a negative light on our people, our culture, you know, it's important that we're making it in the industry that, you know, in Kuko's words, isn't built for us, isn't for people like us from the hood, you know what I'm saying? And, like I said, it's just representation of your culture, and letting them know that we're here and we're here to stay is very important in today's age, man, you know? I think that's the beautiful part about music, man. Music, what it does is it makes you feel things, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you're driving, or you're on the metro or a bus, or even an Uber, and you're listening to some sad ass music, and you're not even sad, but you're looking out the window just like, damn, I'm missing my ex-girlfriend from kindergarten and shit right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even though you haven't thought about it in a long time, but it makes you feel certain things, you know? And I think the same thing definitely goes with as far as like the political view, you know? A band that I grew up listening so much was Rage Against the Machine. And they were super like, I mean, their song is literally, you know, blank you, I won't do what you tell me. And it's like a whole like 2 minutes of the song just yelling that, you know what I mean? And it's basically music with a message is an important thing, man. Even looking back at Bob Marley, you know what I mean? All these people like during like they would come out during the Vietnam War and stuff, you know what I mean? Talking about like I ain't no what's it called? It ain't me. I ain't no politician's son, you know what I mean? Because all of them were being, you know, expelled from the draft, but everyone else, you know, common folk were just like, sorry, you're 18, you gotta go to war. Both of y'all would be in war right now. And this is Vietnam time, you know, the Vietnam War and stuff like that, you know? So just like with that being said, music has a huge impact, and if you have a good ass tune and good ass melody and you have a good message behind it, dude, sky's the limit there, man.